Welcome to all of you for the CET series here. Today we are supposed to discuss all the questions of circulation. So let us start with the topic circulation. We are supposed to discuss all the details here of circulation topic. So let us start here with the first question. You know, in circulation topic, we have studied the circulation in case of non-chordates, that is open circulation and closed circulation. Besides that, we have studied about the composition of the blood, functions of the blood, and all the questions will be there here today related with some non-chordates and some questions based on the blood structure of all the means whatever organisms which are involved here in the open circulation, open circulatory system, then closed circulatory system. Okay, but in today's question we are supposed to discuss about the non-chordates and here the closed circulatory system in case of non-chordates like annelida and all. Okay, so let us start here with the first question. See the first question. Parenchymal circulation is found in. So this is the first question. Parenchymal circulation is found in. See the option. Option number 1 is earthworm. Second is flatworm. Third is roundworm. And D is here, that is ringworm. So you know that parenchymal circulation, this is present actually in case of the flatworms, right? You know, ideal example of the flatworm is nothing but here you have tapeworm, right? So tapeworm is giving you the parenchymal tissue in the body. You know that body fluid itself consists of the parenchymal cells, and that is why you can say that whatever circulation is going to be there in the coelomic cavity, okay, they are flatworms, so there is no prominent cavity as such, and that is why all the parenchymal cells are giving you the parenchymal circulation. Okay, so B is the first answer here for the question number 1. So you can note down in your notebook very properly that parenchymal circulation is the main important characteristic of what here? Flatworm. So this is the answer here. Next is streaming movement of the cytoplasm is. So you know that cytoplasm is present in the cell. Cytoplasm is acting as a ground substance of the cell. So we have the question here. See, what are the options given? Cyclosis. Then next is exocytosis. Followed by number 3 or C is, that is plasmolysis. And we have the next one, and that is nothing but diffusion. So the streaming movement, you know that streaming movement is related with the cytoplasmic movement. So this will give you the ideal answer here, that is cyclosis. Okay. You know that in water you might have seen that how the waves are created here. Whenever you have the flow of the water, you are observing the waves here. So initially if you are going to watch for the cytoplasmic movements in the cells, say for example this is cell here and this will be the cytoplasm here. So the movement within this one which is giving you the this cytoplasm is semi-solid in nature, and whenever you have the movement of this one, it is called as cyclosis. So you can note down the answer that A is the correct answer for the question number 2, that is streaming movement of this is called as cytoplasmic streaming movement is cyclosis. Okay, then the next question we have here number 3. Okay, read the question carefully and think on the option. Cockroach and snails show circulation of the blood through the hemocoel. Okay, so some points are very important here to remember. See, whenever you are observing the question very carefully, think on the question. Cockroach and snails, they show the circulation of the blood through the hemocoel. You know that hemocoel is the body cavity present in case of cockroach, right? Or in case of non-chordates also, we can say that hemocoel. Got it? So we have got the very important thing here. They are asking us about the types of circulation. You can see option number A is, what is option number A here? That is open circulation. Number 2 is, B is here, closed circulation. Then C is double circulation and D is parenchymal circulation. So in case of cockroach, you know that if you're observing the body of the cockroach, see, I'm giving you the rough sketch of the cockroach body here so that you can observe the structure very carefully. Here you will have the head sinus, got it? Then this diaphragm, okay? This diaphragm is giving you the division like what? Here this will be hemocoel, okay? This will be what here? Hemocoel. And this hemocoel is filled with the hemolymph, okay? Hemolymph will be here, correct? So there is no blood vascular system in case of cockroach. So you are having only lacunae, okay? And you have here that is sinuses, got it? So you have lacunae and sinuses which are present here in the cockroach body. You can observe the structure very perfectly, okay? This will be visceral sinus, okay? What is this here? This is visceral sinus. Now here you have pericardial sinus, okay? Pericardial sinus, right? Here you are getting head sinus, here head sinus, and this will be perineural sinus, perineural sinus, got it? So this is the overall system of the cockroach. See here, you are getting head sinus, you know, these are the cavities, these are the spaces which are present in the body. Here you have pericardial sinus. Why it is pericardial sinus? Because you have the presence of the heart. This will be aorta. You know, the heart of the cockroach is tubular, okay? You are getting 13 chamber heart of the cockroach here, right? So this is what the overall structure. But here you are not getting any blood vessel. There is no involvement of any capillary network and all. So purely you are getting the some sinuses and lacunae. So the circulation throughout this particular sinuses and the lacunae here, this is called as open circulation. What is the name given here for the circulation? This will give you open circulation. So this is the very unique which we have seen in case of cockroach. So what should be your answer? Your answer is open circulation. Cockroach and snails, they show the open blood circulation through the hemocoel. It will be open circulation. You know that closed circulation is present in higher animals. Then double circulation is the characteristic of human body, human circulation. Parenchymal circulation is seen in the flatworms and all. So you should know all the categorizations here very properly. I will explain you the circulation in short, that in case of cockroach. See here, when you have the this hemolymph which is present here, through the pericardial sinus, it is coming into the here, this will be the aorta, okay? It will come into aorta. From this pericardial sinus into aorta, then from aorta it will go to the head sinus. Then from head sinus, it will come into the visceral sinus. Then from visceral sinus, it will move towards the pericardial sinus. And again from the pericardial sinus, it will be entering into aorta. Okay, the heart will receive the blood here, hemolymph, and then it will come to aorta, and from aorta it will be entering into head sinus. Okay, so this is the overall journey, okay, of the blood, or we can say that hemolymph in the cockroach body, which is giving you the open circulation. And remember friends, this open circulation will be very, very slow. It is not very fast as you are observing in the closed circulation. So what is the overall answer? You got the answer here. Answer here is open circulation. Got it? So you can tick your answer. You just read the question carefully. Again, I am repeating the question. Cockroach and snails shows circulation of the blood through the hemocoel, and it is which type of circulation? So remember that it is open circulation. Okay, this will be what here? Open circulation. Now let us move for the next question. See here, the next question is, read the question carefully. Come on, students, just read the question carefully. Which one of the following is not correct regarding the open circulation? You are supposed to think on this, that they are asking us that which is not correct. So we are supposed to see the option. Blood is circulated through hemocoel. Next option, blood flows with low pressure. Okay, and number 3, that is C, present in higher molluscans and annelidans, right? And respiratory pigment is usually absent. So what should be your answer? They are asking you which is not correct regarding open circulation. So if you are observing that about the open circulation, if they are asking us, okay, so it is, the answer should be present in higher molluscans and annelidans, because you know that annelida, okay, that phylum annelida, this phylum, okay, you know that ideal example is earthworm, right? Earthworm is the ideal example. So if you are going to dissect the earthworm body, what you are observing, you will be shocked, you will be surprised here, because though it is a non-chordate, it will give you closed circulation. Got it? You are getting which circulation here? Closed circulation, because they give you the closed circulatory system, and that is why this will be not correct. This is the right answer, that present in higher molluscans and annelida. Okay, so C is the correct answer for your answer. So you can note down this, that you are getting only this, you are getting the open circulation, that is only in case of which animals you are getting open circulation? Only in case of non-chordates. And which is the option, which is the exception here? Exception is annelida and higher mollusks here. Okay, so you can note down this. I'm giving you few seconds to note down this. So again, I am repeating here the question. Which one of the following is not correct regarding open circulation? So your correct answer here is present in higher molluscans and annelidans. I gave you the explanation that annelida is the only exception amongst all the non-chordates and few higher molluscans, that they show closed circulatory system. Okay, so this is what the ideal thing you will remember. Now let us move to the next question. See the next question. Select the correct match regarding circulation in case of animals. So just listen the options carefully. Open circulation, network of the blood vessels. Next we have, that is parenchymal circulation, roundworms. Then double circulation, venous heart, and closed circulation, transport of gases through the hemoglobin. So what they are asking us? They are asking us for the correct match. If you are thinking carefully, just see open circulation, they don't have the blood vessels. So Parenchymal circulation, it is present in flatworms. Double circulation, it is not seen in venous heart. So this is correct one. Closed circulation, transport of hemoglobin. So, you know, in closed circulation we have the main part that is of blood, and you know, blood have got all the cells here. Amongst that we have RBCs. RBCs are red blood cells. So what is there in the red blood cells? You have the protein pigment here, and that is nothing but hemoglobin. Okay, you have the presence of hemoglobin, and hemoglobin has got the iron here. So you know that this hemoglobin, it acts as a respiratory pigment. It has got affinity towards oxygen, towards carbon dioxide, and even carbon monoxide. Rather, carbon monoxide shows more affinity towards this one, hemoglobin, right? So, you know, when hemoglobin is going to combine with oxygen, when hemoglobin is going to combine with oxygen, you will have the formation of oxyhemoglobin. So it will carry the oxygen. From the tissue, you know that when hemoglobin is going to react with the carbon dioxide, it will give you the formation of carboxyhemoglobin. So ultimately, these two are the very important thing, that they will give you the transportation of what here? That is respiratory gases. And that is what the unique characteristic which is observed in case of closed circulation. Okay, students, is it clear to you people here? Again, I will repeat the question. Select the correct match regarding circulation in animals. So, we have amongst this one, we have the correct answer. D is the correct answer. You can note down all these things here very perfectly. Right? Very simple question this is. Next. Now please read both these statements carefully. Read both these statements carefully here. See, given below are the two statements regarding, see here what they are giving us, regarding the circulation of the blood in fish. Okay, so in case of fish body, you know how the circulation is there. You know, they are giving you the main role here. That is, gills are very important here. Gills are the main respiratory organs in case of fish. So what they are asking us? Okay, they are asking us to show the correct statements here. Statement number 1. See the statement number 1. Heart of the fish contains only deoxygenated blood. Statement number 2. Fish show single circulation and blood passes through the heart only once during each cycle. So, in your textbook, if you have gone through all the things word to word and in detail, you can understand these statements very perfectly. Okay, any guess that which will be the correct answer here? What is option A? Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Both statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. Statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. So think on this particular answer very perfectly. You can answer here is, obviously, heart is giving you only deoxygenated blood in case of fish. Very correct. Fish is going to give you single circulation. Got it? So this is also correct. And only once you have the, during each cycle, blood is going to pass only once. So what should be your answer? That both these statements, statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. This will be the very perfect answer for this one. So you can read it again. You can note down the answer. A is the correct answer. Okay, you can just check. I'm giving you one. I will give you few seconds. You can just go through all the particular statements here and choose the correct one and note down the answer. Okay, so this is the very perfect answer we are getting here. Next, circulatory system. Number 7. Read the question carefully. Students, check the question. Read the question carefully. Mature erythrocytes are enucleated in the following animals except. So they have given the group of animals here. Number 1 is rat. Number 2 is monkey. Number 3 is llama. Number 4 is camel. And number 5 is elephant. So they have given us the group of animals, and what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to find out that which is the perfect animals which are giving you this particular thing. So what should be your answer? Okay, find out the answer carefully. We have the answer here is, what should be your answer? C is the correct answer here. Okay, which answer? C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. So what should be here? Llama, and next is what here? Camel, right? Okay, they are only with the nucleated RBCs. You know that camel is the exception. Okay, you can note down in your notebook that camel is the exception here. Llama is the exception here. Very simple question. Next. Which one of the following cell secretes heparin, histamine and serotonin? You know that these are the very unique secretions here of the blood cell. You know, in our blood cell, RBCs, they are mainly for to carry the gases, respiratory gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. We have basophils, we have neutrophils, we have eosinophils, which are WBCs, and besides that we have platelets as well, like thrombocytes. So which question is here? Which one of the following cells secretes heparin, histamine and serotonin? So what should be your answer? So for this you should know the chart very perfectly of your blood. Blood composition you should know perfectly. You should be able to find out all the functions. Okay, so your answer here is basophils. You know, basophil is very important. And how much is the concentration of basophils in your body? 0.5 to 1%. 0.5 to 1% is the concentration of basophil, and it is giving you the secretion of heparin, which is acting as an anticoagulant, histamine granules, they are always secretory in nature, and serotonin, you know the function of serotonin very perfectly. It is required for various functions in our body. Okay, so students, you should remember, besides this functions, you should remember that how much is the concentration of basophils in the blood. So remember, 0.5 to 1%, and your answer here for this question is basophils. Note down, your answer here is basophil. Next question. See here. Next question is enzyme prothrombinase inactivates heparin and converts into inactive what? Okay, into active thrombin. So what should be your answer? So for this answer, you should know that is the cascade chain reaction for the blood coagulation, right? So what should be your answer here? Prothrombin. You know that prothrombin is the main part here, or main protein which is giving you the conversion. Prothrombinase inactivates heparin and converts inactive prothrombin into thrombin. So you should be having this prothrombin. Okay, so this is converted into thrombin, right? You know that thrombin is active Prothrombin is inactive. You should write this reaction. And which enzyme is there here? That is prothrombinase. Prothrombinase, right? Prothrombinase is the enzyme which is giving you this reaction. And then you have this cascade which will be continued here for the blood clot formation. So your answer here is number 1, that is A. A will be the correct answer. Again, I am repeating this question. Enzyme prothrombinase inactivates heparin and converts inactive dash into active this one. So your answer is prothrombin. Note down the answer. Okay. Next, by using the methylene blue, the dash can be differentiated from other corpuscles. What are the options here? Options given are acidophils, basophils, neutrophils and monocytes. So what should be your answer here? Come on, tell me. By using the stain methylene blue. Okay. So you should have the correct answer here, and that is nothing but what here? Basophils. Okay. Basophils will be the correct answer here. Okay, note down this. By using stain methylene blue, the basophils can be differentiated from the other corpuscles. You know that the proper staining method should be used here to check out all the cells here, and you should be able to sort out under the microscope. So your answer here is basophil. Next question. Arrange the events of coagulation of the blood in the correct sequence. Okay, so we should know the correct sequence here. Number 1, conversion of soluble fibrinogen into insoluble fibrin. Okay. Second is interaction of clotting factors into cascade mechanism. Number 3, prothrombin is converted into thrombin. Okay, prothrombin is converted into thrombin. Then contact of blood with damaged tissues and formation of enzyme prothrombinase. So what should be your correct sequence? You should know the correct sequence here. So your correct answer here is, any guess? So your correct answer here is A. Number 1, you should have contact of the blood with the damaged tissue, obviously. Number 2, we have got, this is the interaction of clotting factors into the cascade mechanism. Number 3, we should have the formation of enzyme prothrombinase. The role of this enzyme is very important, as we have seen in the earlier question. And followed by, we have got number 4, that is prothrombin is converted into thrombin. And last one, that is number 4, is conversion of fibrinogen into insoluble fibrin. Means what? The blood clot is formed here finally. So this is what the correct sequence. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Okay, please note down number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay, note down all the things very perfectly. I am giving you few seconds for this. In front of the statement, write down the number. So you should be able to trace out the correct answer. Students, is it clear to all of you? Okay, so let's proceed for the next. Okay, now see, this question is little bit different. This is, you know, most of the questions, they are based on the blood composition, right? But this question, you can have the idea about the blood count. You know that RBCs, how much is the count? WBCs, how much will be the count? So students, you please remember the blood count very perfectly. If you know the blood count perfectly, you can answer this question very easily. So let us see. Let us have the match here. Column 1 is giving you the blood cells and column 2 is giving you the concentration. Okay, so let us see what is the correct one here. Okay, just match the following here. So your answer here is B. Okay, B is the correct answer here. Hey baga, see first one, that is RBC count. What is the RBC count? Obviously it is 5.1 to 5.8 million per cubic mm of the blood. Then number 2, we have WBCs. So you should know the WBC count, 5,000 to at least 10,000, average maybe 9,000 up to 9,000 also cubic mm of the blood, right? Then we have got RBCs in human female. So RBCs in human female is recorded like this, 4.3 to 5.2 million, you know, little bit less than the male here. And we have thrombocytes. Thrombocytes are 2.5 to 4.5 lakhs per cubic mm of the blood. So you note down this. If you know the if you know the count, all the counts should be done here properly. You should know all the count. Okay, so let us proceed for the next question. Hematology. What is hematology? Hematology is the study of blood. Straight away, hematology is the branch of biology which deals with the study of blood. So in which we study all the components, we study their functions, we study their disorders and everything is studied under the title, that is what here, hematology. So straight away you should know the answer. Okay, hematology. Side by side you should know what is the study of antigen antibody reaction. So it is called as what here, serology. It is coming under serology, antigen antibody reaction. This is related with what? Antigen antibody reaction. Second is diagnosis of, treatment and prevention of cancer. So this is coming under oncology. Okay, you know that oncology is the branch of biology which deals with the study of cancer, then treatment and whatever prophylaxis and all. Everything is studied under the title of oncology. And next is study of fossils. You know that it is called as paleontology. Paleontology is the branch in which paleontology. Okay, so all the things are done under these branches here. So you can note down paleontology, okay, oncology, and here is the serology, study of antigen antibody reactions, right? So you can note down the rest of these also. And besides that, you can have the many more peripheral branches of the biology. You should remember, you should make a list of that so that if they are asking you in your options, you should be able to trace out the correct answer. It will help you a lot. Next. Production of RBCs requires. What is the correct answer here? Production of RBCs. So, RBCs are the red blood cells here. Obviously, you should be able to have the quite good concentration of vitamin B12. You should have folic acid and you should have heme protein. Okay. So, these are the very important precursors which are used here for the production of the blood, production of specifically RBCs. And you know, it is known as erythropoiesis. Erythropoiesis. Got it? Which is called as erythropoiesis. You can note down. Production of the RBCs is called as erythropoiesis. And you know, it is produced here in the red bone marrow. Where is the site for the production? It is produced in the bone cavity, bone marrow cavity, that is red bone marrow. Red bone marrow is responsible here. Okay, it will give you the process of what here? Erythropoiesis. So what should be your answer? B is the correct answer. Students, please note down this. B is the correct answer. Now, during the allergic reaction, okay, which cells are going to be there? Which cells will be increased in the number? Okay, So please tell this, that which cells are giving you the increase in the amount, increase in the number. So that is nothing but what here? Acidophils. Acidophils means what? Eosinophils. Can you guess how much is the concentration of eosinophils? You know, neutrophils are 68%, around 68%. Basophils will be, that is cyanophils will be 0.5 to 1%, and this will be there for 3 to 5%. Remember the percentage as well. But your answer here is acidophils. They are produced during the allergic conditions. Note down this. RBCs are having so many different functions. WBCs are also giving you the different functions, as WBCs are granulocytes, agranulocytes. Under granulocytes you have, what are those here? You have neutrophils, okay, under granulocytes. Then you have acidophils, okay. You should know all the charts here very perfectly. Then you have got basophils, right? So you should know all their percentage, their size, their shape and everything, okay. So students, please focus on the chart of granulocytes and agranulocytes, okay. Next question. Okay, see here, next question is based on that only. So this chart, read the chart carefully, that it will give you the neutrophils, then you have eosinophils, then you have lymphocytes and monocytes. So what is your correct answer here? Your answer here is, now you should know the shape of the nucleus also, okay. C is the correct answer. Let us have the match here. Neutrophils, what is neutrophils here? That is D. D is the correct answer here, okay. That they have the several lobes here. Then number 2 is A, okay. A is 1 to 3%, so it is bilobe. Then we have this one, that is lymphocytes, okay. Lymphocyte is, you have here lymphocytes, okay. And fourth one, that is third one is B and this, okay. And monocytes are, that is C and 2, okay. So this one, right. So you should have this, you should note this answer very perfectly. Next, pus is the mixture of. Now you know that pus is formed during what? Whenever you have any injury, if you are getting any wound, so the WBCs will show you the diapedesis. Got it? What is the meaning of diapedesis? Diapedesis means what? They ooze out. They ooze out from the bloodstream, from the what here? Blood vessels, okay, blood capillary. They ooze out from the blood capillaries and they can reach towards the damaged tissue over here, and whatever is getting formed after 1 or 2 days, you are getting the formation of pus. And then what is that pus? What will be there in the pus? Pus will give you what here? That is dead neutrophils, damaged tissue and dead microbes. And why it happens? It happens due to diapedesis. Means what? The WBCs will ooze out, they will fight with the pathogen, and then you have the formation of what here? Pus. You know that pus is little bit of white in color. So this is the indication that yes, your neutrophils are working at the highest rate and they are working absolutely correctly, okay. So this is what the answer here. What is your answer? Pus is the mixture of, note down, pus is the mixture of. You can draw this pathway, that how they are showing you the diapedesis. As they are coming out of this, you are getting the very important thing which is formed, that pus formation. Pus formation is the important phenomena. It happens due to diapedesis. I will repeat the question. Pus is the mixture of. Pus is the mixture of dead neutrophils, because neutrophils are oozed out of the blood capillary at the site of injury. Then damaged tissue, there will be some damaged tissue. Whenever you have rupture of the tissue, that debris is also there, and the dead microbes, whatever microbes are entering, whatever infection, if it is going to be there, so those cells are also present here, which will give you the formation of what here? Pus. And which is the color of the pus? Pus is of white. Sometimes it may turn yellowish if you are getting severe infection. Sometimes it may give you the greenish tinge as well. Okay, so these are the things which are very true for the pus. Okay, now the next question. See next question. You have next question which is of comparison, then choose the correct alternative. Okay, match the following and choose the correct alternative. So column number 1. What is given in the column number 1? Column number 1 is giving you the blood cells, right? And column number 2 is giving you the functions. So let us see what is there given in the column number 1. Neutrophils, cyanophils means basophils, then acidophils, then lymphocytes. Okay. Column 2, immunity, phagocytosis, secretion of histamines and antihistaminic. So let us see. Let us match the things here perfectly. So what will be the correct answer? Okay. Just see, just check what is the correct answer here. What is the correct answer? Check out the answer. So you have, that is here B is the correct answer. Okay. What is neutrophils? Neutrophils are there for phagocytosis. You know, phagocytosis means what? Attacking the pathogen, engulfing the pathogen. You know that if this is the neutrophil, it will capture the pathogen, okay, and it will crush the pathogen and it will throw it out. So this is called as phagocytosis. So phagocytosis is not new for you people, you know the function. Then we have cyanophils or basophils here. They are there for the secretion of histamine. You know that histamine granules are very important. They are purely for the secretion. Then we have number 3 is acidophils. Acidophils are giving you the antihistaminic property. And you know that lymphocytes are very important in the immunological reactions, because you know they will give you cell mediated immune response, and that may give you the humoral immune response. Got it? So you can note down the match the following, okay, and choose the correct alternative. Check out the answer perfectly. Column 1 and column 2, okay. Check out the functions. So what should be your role here? You should make the mind map, okay, of the all blood components. You should make the chart showing you the structure, then function, okay, their whatever disorders, okay, along with the disorders you should be able to give the proper answer here. Next, in the diagram, blood smear is given below. Identify X. So the diagram is given here in the corner. Check out what are the things given here. Lymphocytes producing antibodies, then erythrocytes maintaining the viscosity of the blood, then neutrophils responsible for destroying the pathogens, and D is given here, that acidophils responsible for the detoxification. So what should be your answer here? Answer here is that X are the erythrocytes which will maintain the viscosity of the blood. You know that these are nothing but what? RBCs. Erythrocytes are RBCs, right? How much is the concentration? 5 to 5.5 millions per cubic mm of the blood. And that is why, as such a huge concentration you are getting, and that gives you the viscosity to the blood. Okay, viscosity is there due to concentration. Remember this. This is the perfect answer. This is giving you the, you can see how many RBCs you are getting here. Correct? So what should be your answer? Your answer is erythrocytes maintaining the viscosity of the blood. Got it? So this is what the correct answer. So let us go for the next question. Agranulocytes constitutes about dash of total WBCs. So you should know the concentration here. How much are erythrocytes? Erythrocytes are about 28%. How much is the percentage here? You will remember. How much here? 28%. Please note down. And you are supposed to mug up this chart. Percentage you should know. Okay. Next. Which of the following, okay, which of the following corpuscle secretes serotonin? See, what are the options given? काय काय दिलेत options बघा एकदा. Basophils, eosinophils, thrombocytes, lymphocytes and monocytes. So amongst these, which cells are responsible for the secretion of this serotonin? What is the function of serotonin? Serotonin's function काय आहे? What is the function? So first and third. First is basophil and third is thrombocytes. Got it? So they are serotonin. Serotonin is acting as a vasoconstrictor. These are there for the vasoconstriction. Means what? If you have got these blood vessels, you know, blood vessels will give you the constriction due to the presence of this serotonin. So this is the vasoconstriction. Okay, this is related with the change in the dimensions, diameter of what here? Blood vessels, right? So this is the very important function you need here via the serotonin. You can note down. Serotonin is acting as a vasoconstrictor. So what should be your answer? These are the two cells which are giving you the very perfect function for your blood. Next. Normal healthy person, if the total number of WBCs is about 9,000 per cubic mm, then the number of agranulocytes will be, okay? So what should be your answer? Come on, tell me. Note down the question and tell me the answer. So your answer here is C, that is 2520. Questions, read the question carefully again. See the question, read the question carefully. In a normal healthy person, if the total number of WBC count, how much is the WBC count? 9,000 per cubic mm of the blood. Then number of agranulocytes will be dash. So how to calculate here? The agranulocytes, how much is this number? Means if you are going to count the percentage, it is given about 28%, right? 28% will be this, okay, WBCs. WBCs, okay, 28%. So how to calculate here? This will be 28 divided by 100 into 9,000. Okay, so you are having the idea, that's 2520 cubic mm of the blood. This will be the your correct answer. For this purpose, you should know how much will be the percentage of WBCs, okay, and count. So percentage and into this count here, it will give you the total number of what here? Agranulocytes. Please note down this calculation. 28 divided by 100 into your WBC count. WBC count is around 9,000. So your answer here is 2520. Okay, you can note down this. Question number 23. Monocytes, erythrocytes and platelets and neutrophils. Okay, select the correct option here. Okay, along with the what here? Per number, okay, how much will be the count here? Monocytes, then erythrocytes. So according to this, what will be the correct answer here? Your correct answer is here, that is C. Okay, this will be number 1, arthat erythrocytes will be at the highest rate, followed by platelets. Okay, platelets count is 2.5 to 4.5 lakhs per cubic mm of the blood. Then we have this neutrophils, and then we have this monophils. Okay, so C is your correct answer. For this purpose, you should know the chart again perfectly. Next, match the following. Okay, match the following: thrombocytes, then this. Okay, see what should be your answer here. Your answer here is C. Thrombocytes are produced by the stem cells. The names of the stem cells you should know. Okay, first is megakaryocytes. Thrombocytes are produced by megakaryocytes. Then we have number 2, granulocytes. Granulocytes are produced by myeloid stem cells. Note down. Erythrocytes are produced by reticulocytes. These are the small thread-like structures. And agranulocytes are produced by lymphoid stem cells. Students, please note down this. This is very, very important. This is very important question. You should be able to trace out all the cells which are produced here by which stem cells. You should know the names perfectly. See again, thrombocytes are produced by megakaryocytes. Granulocytes are produced by myeloid stem cells. Erythrocytes are produced by reticulocytes. And agranulocytes are produced by the lymphoid stem cells. Got it? Okay. Next. Now let us see what are the things for the heart. Okay. In case of heart, they have given here the walls. Okay. Walls are given, and they have given the exact position where it is. So very, very important thing, that how many types of the valves are present in the heart. Valves in the heart. Valves in the heart. Valves in the heart. Okay, so you should know number 1 is Eustachian valve. Okay, number 2 is Thebetian valve. Number 3 is tricuspid valve, which is present towards the right side of the body. And we have bicuspid valve, or this is also called as mitral valve. Okay, and we have next is semilunar valves. Semilunar valves. Okay, so students, please note down all the types of valves here. How many valves we have? Number 1 is Eustachian valve. Okay, where is the presence of Eustachian valve? Where is the presence of Thebetian valve? Okay, where is tricuspid? Where is bicuspid? And semilunar valves. Okay, so you should be able to give the answer very perfectly. So what should be your answer? A is the correct answer. So see, first, that is Eustachian valve is present here near the opening of inferior vena cava. Thebetian valve is present here near the opening of the coronary sinus opening. Then third one is the mitral valve, which is present in the left side. Okay, and semilunar valves, these are present here towards the opening of the pulmonary aorta. Got it? So students, please remember all the positions of this. This is very, very important question. Very, very important. Okay, so you should be able to give all the answers here. Hope so all the explanation for the all questions is very clear to you. So if you have got any doubt, you can just mark the questions and you just let me know, okay, your doubts, because rest of the questions will be discussing in the next session. Okay, so remaining question of the heart. But you know, in today's session, many more questions were there of blood. Okay, so please, dear students, you just do one thing for getting good remembering and what you can say quite for scoring. You should have the mind map with you. You should have the proper explanation. You should remember very perfectly here. Okay, you just do the chart for the blood, composition of the blood, plasma, blood cells, RBCs, WBCs, platelets, their size, their shape, their count, their concentration, then their functions, then their whatever disorders, deficiencies and all. Please do all these things with concentration and perfectly. Definitely you will get good marks in your the questions related with the blood. Okay, so rest of the questions will be discussing many more questions related with your heart in the next session. Okay,